What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday and welcome back to News for You with me, Tracy. Tonight, we're going to be getting into our president speaking up. We're also going to be talking about the race for speakership, the U.S. facing criticism, what else is new, and a Kenyan cultist that has finally been charged. All of that and so much more coming up tonight. Stay tuned. President Museveni has asked the Supreme Court to dismiss a petition challenging his victory in the January 15th presidential elections filed by former candidate Robert Kasibante. In his response, President Museveni says that the January 15th polls were conducted in line with the Constitution and electoral laws. Through his lawyers, he argues that the petition does not meet the legal requirements and that any alleged irregularities did not affect the outcome of the election. President Museveni notes that he was declared winner with 71.65% of the valid votes that were cast and says that the management of the election is the responsibility of the Electoral Commission. He denies claims of influencing the commission, misusing state resources, bribery, or benefiting from security deployments, saying that security forces were only deployed to maintain law and order. President Museveni has also asked the court to strike out parts of the petition, calling them vague and outside of the court's mandate, and he wants the case dismissed with costs. So now the Supreme Court is expected to issue hearing directions soon, and naturally we will keep you posted. The race for the next Speaker and Deputy Speaker in the new Parliament is quietly taking shape, and interest is emerging even before formal nominations begin. Now, while the final vote will take place in Parliament, party politics, especially within the ruling NRM, is already shaping the contest. Several names have been mentioned for the Speaker's position, including Lydia Wanyoto, Justice Minister Norbert Mao, and Defense Minister Jacob Oboth Oboth. Other MPs are positioning themselves for Deputy Speaker, though many are waiting for party consultations to conclude. One lawmaker who has openly declared his interest in the deputy role is Iddi Basajjabalaba. Now, parliamentary rules state that the Speaker and Deputy Speaker are elected by MPs at the first sitting of a new parliament. NRM also follows an informal tradition of limiting speakers to 2 terms. Let's wait and see who will be the new speakers. The United States and Nigeria are facing criticism after surprise U.S. airstrikes in northwestern Nigeria, with unclear details about the operation and concerns over Nigeria's sovereignty and civilian safety. Now, the strikes took place in Sokoto State. Both governments say they targeted Islamic State-linked militants. However, no clear information was given about which groups were hit or who was unalived. Now, Nigerian officials later said that 2 militant camps in Tangaza district were struck and confirmed that falling debris damaged nearby communities. U.S. President Donald Trump said he ordered the strikes and delayed them to happen on Christmas Day. Now, the Nigerian government says that the operation was approved jointly and supported by Nigerian intelligence. Cahoots. Security experts also question why the strikes were focused on the northwest instead of known militant strongholds in the northeast. What's going on there? Something right. Kenyan prosecutors say cult leader Paul Mackenzie will now face new charges over 54 more unalivings at a village in Kilifi County. Mackenzie, who is a self-proclaimed pastor, was arrested back in 2023 after 429 bodies, including many children, were found in mass graves in Shakahola Forest. Now, he is accused of encouraging his followers to starve themselves into an unalived state. He denied the charges and pleaded not guilty to several counts of manslaughter. Now, prosecutors say that he is suspected of planning the recent unalivings in the Benzaro homestead and used radical teachings to lure the victims. So he and his co-accused will now face charges including murder and radicalization in addition to the earlier cases. Authorities say more bodies and body parts found near Shakahola led to the new charges. Insane. It's time for the profile, and tonight we have a content creator, an SRHR advocate on the profile. Take a look.
Okay, thank you so much, Tracy. Man, really clock that T, because what you just said back there got me wondering a lot of things. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. It's the profile with the ladness on the mic, Bath Nkunzi, aka Nkunzi Mama. And of course, with me here on set, I have a very amazing, creative advocate. What other name did they call you?
Jajam Somesa,
Jajam Somesa, Professor. Yeah, so for somebody that's seeing you for the first time, just give us a formal intro of who you are, what you do, and your mood today.
Wow. Sitonda bakundasanyi ngomanya jajja Professor Musomesa abatuuse kale. My name is Kofi Samuels, and of course I'm a creative, an advocate, a lot of things. Call me what you want, call me what you think.
Okay. So be honest, are you a soft life creative, or you believe in I have to be active always?
I think the soft thing can be blended in, depending. Yes, you can hard work, but then you have to live your life as well.
Okay, interesting. So you are creative. I understand in our heads we think their phones are full of content and all that stuff. So I'm going to ask you a very, very funny question.
Yeah.
If your phone gallery leaked right now, what should we be worried or proud to see?
Should be worried of my unreleased episodes of content.
But yeah.
So because it is half baked.
Yeah.
So you would see the behind the scenes, what happened there. So but the laughers and all that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I know there's so many creatives in Uganda, and they have toxic traits, right? This is a safe space, no judgment. I mean, like, as a creative, I don't mean like you as a person or relationship or what together. So as a creative, what do you think is your toxic trait?
I think my toxic trait is short-tempered. Very toxic.
Okay.
And I stammer, by the way. So when you so that is
I
very
get.
toxic. So if I'm conversing with someone, cutting that one,
Yeah.
I will stammer, and then the next thing will be a punch or a kick.
Oh dear. Chimo, can't extend before I slap you. You know that sound. Okay, so now I want us to go on to your creativity and your culture. But before we do, actually, we did see that you're an SRHR advocate, right? Yeah. What's one thing that people think that advocacy is about and yet it's not?
More so when you're advocating for something, like, let's talk about SRHR. People think SRHR is targeting a certain audience, but it's actually all over.
Yeah.
It depends on the way you're going to consume that content or the way you see it. You know, you have mentalities about things.
Yes.
So people have mentalities, but also it's about maybe ladies. It is based on ladies, but personally, I attended the trainings and do that, and gentlemen were there. So it means it covers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, now let's move to your creativity and your culture. So what Ugandan creative inspires you a lot, but you feel like, they are underrated? Like, give us like three.
I'll start with the person I work with. Actually, the full content house. I think it's not underrated so much, but it's kind of underrated.
Yeah.
But it's something which has different creatives with different niches and like what they can do. So it's underrated kind of.
Okay.
And then another person would be, these guys of Tuju and Sean. They're kind of music.
Yes.
They're kind of underrated, and when you see the jams which are like the Nigerian jams, they have that vibe.
Yeah, they have
they
that
can do
kind of
better.
vibe. Yes.
They're kind of underrated. And then my bath as well.
Aww.
You like your voice, your energy.
Yeah.
Can be somewhere there.
Of
you
course.
can be the host of the BET.
Yes, I keep telling these people, they underrate me. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of creatives, I know. Do you prefer TikTok or Instagram?
I prefer Uganda-wise TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But international
Instagram. Yeah, I understand you. So, what's the trend on TikTok, which is secretly love, but you pretend you don't like it? Whenever you see it, when you're in public, you pretend to scroll, but when you're in person, watch it again.
So my trend is big guy.
Oh my God! Yes.
Because I'm a big guy, man.
Assured.
Exactly.
We're going to hop on that trend in a bit. All right.
I love it. We'll do it.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So more about SRHR. What do you think people get awkward when people talk about SRHR, yet everyone is actually doing the activities. What do you think is that thing you talk about and then people start acting awkward about it and yet it's actually going on?
We talk about women empowerment. Everyone's like, yes, now you're considering women. You're leaving men outside. So they feel like it's awkward, but it's not.
Yeah.
The context matters. Where are you getting the point from? Yeah, so I think they shouldn't mind about like meaning that women are centered.
Yeah.
They are not, but we are trying to see that women are also brought on board.
Yeah.
To be like on the same, not on the same page,
To get
but
relevance.
at least relevance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So what's one SRHR myth that you wish the Gen Zs would delete from their brains immediately?
The myth.
Yeah.
SRHR. What could be that? I would say ladies. It's about ladies.
Okay.
I think like
Choka ladies wine.
what? Like, you know, there is this thing of ladies should live in a old society, which used to be there. Like, you know,
Yeah.
ladies have to be home materials. What?
Yeah. Why stay-at-home wives and all that?
Yeah. And this is what they're advocating for. They be somewhere at least.
Yes. Okay, I understand. So if you had like just 30 seconds on TikTok to teach SRHR, what's the first thing you would say?
The first thing I would say. So the first thing I would say would be, of course, it's about sex. We love sex. Sex is good. Sex is life. But sex can cause death.
That's already the first thing you would say.
Exactly. That's the
Sure?
first thing I would say.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand the good, the bad, the consequences. If you do it in a bad way, you find the baby girl. Not her, but someone there. You found the baby girl, and it's pretty nice. The face is what and what. We're not jumping up jumpings. So SRHR has those like bits in it, kind of like education in that. So that's the first thing I would say, because it's all over. From P1
true.
to grannies.
Yeah, till now.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, as we're about to wrap up, let's talk about personal and relatable stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's something that you learned the hard way, which school never taught you?
I always say, the society will need you when you're somewhere there. Like you're up there, they are seeing you. That's when they will need you. The school will never teach you that. The school will tell you that the society, there is harmony, there is that love the neighbor, but in reality, it's not. As they tell us.
Yeah. So do you, in other words? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Finally, as we wrap up, if the Gen Z, okay, not only Gen Z, but mostly here we're focusing on Gen Z. If Gen Z listen to you for one day only, what message are you gonna try to push to them that you think they should know the most?
Know your background, because if you know where you come from, you know where you're going. Know your culture. It's not bad knowing the culture, however much you believe in Christ. Culture is just something that groomed you.
Yeah.
I think basically that.
Okay. I think the first thing you said translates to manyenakuyo. Sicho?
Yeah, manyenakuyo muganda wa.
Yeah.
Kubanga, if you go in the US right now, where do you come from? You say Uganda.
Yeah.
However much Nova citizen there,
Yeah.
but you have this background.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Kofi, for being here with me on The Profile.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been so lovely having you. And back to you, Tracy, in studio. Keep it locked to News for You on NBS Plus.
Wow.
That is a wrap for tonight, guys. As always, please do leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.